How you guys doing? You guys doing good? So I'm doing pretty good. And today, we are going to be talking about the most underrated UFC fighters in every division. So, yeah, title kind of speaks for itself. Yeah, I'm just going to be talking about UFC fighters. I think they don't get talked about as much as, other UFC fighters. And I think that they're actually really, really good. So, yeah, let's start off with the Flyweight division, which is actually going to be a bit of a shocker. Joshua Van. I think Joshua Van is the most underrated Flyweight. Maybe of all time, but right now, currently. Oh, God. I think so. But, yeah, Joshua Van, bro. I've genuinely seen TikToks of people saying, this guy's not even top 6, and he would lose to everyone in the top 6. I have seen people say that Kyoji Horiguchi beats Joshua Van. I'm sorry, what? Horiguchi got dropped by Amir Albazi. He's not beating Joshua Van, bro. And this is coming from a big Horiguchi fan. I picked Horiguchi to beat Amir Albazi. There is no reason for him to get dropped by Amir Albazi. I'll be real. At some point, I'm probably gonna make an overrated fighters videos, and Horiguchi might be one of them, because far out, man. The glaze is getting annoying, but yeah, I think even though I'm picking Tatsuro Taira to beat him, I think Joshua Van is really underrated. I think he's a really good fighter. I think he's probably outside of Manel Cap, he's probably the best striker. And including Manel Cap, he's probably the best boxer in the division. I think if he fought the top 5, I think the only guys he would lose to is Manel Cap, Tatsuro Taira, and Pantoja. I think they're the only guys that beat Joshua Van in this division. I think if Van fought Lona Kavanaugh, I think he would finish Lona Kavanaugh. I genuinely think he would finish Lona, bro. I think Lona's cardio is still kind of sus. In that Moreno fight, he was slowing down. But it also was at elevation, though, I can't lie. But yeah, Lona was slowing down in that Moreno fight considerably, and there were times where Moreno was actually outstriking him in round 3 and round 4. I'm not gonna share my opinion on I don't want to get roasted too much, but because I picked Moreno, but I don't want to get roasted. But low-key, I did think Moreno won round 3, 4, and 5. But I need to rewatch it. I need to rewatch it because everyone says it's a clear Kavanaugh win. I need to rewatch it and see what I think. But I thought Moreno squeezed out a 48-47 personally. But I will rewatch the fight and I will give you my actual take on it at some point. But yeah, he shouldn't be having that competitive. I know it's short notice, but he shouldn't be having that competitive of a fight with Brandon Moreno. Because I'll be real, I think Joshua Van would knock Brandon Moreno the fuck out. I think he would genuinely knock out Brandon Moreno, bro. I think Moreno's slow, a little wash, I can't lie. But that still doesn't take away the win for Lona. I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but yeah, because I've been seeing so many people say that Joshua Van will lose to these guys. I genuinely think if him and Kyoji Horiguchi fought, I think he would knock Kyoji Horiguchi out inside 3 rounds. I genuinely think that. Bro, I don't even, bro, he beat fucking Tagir and Amir Albazi. I know. In fucking Risen, he beat the shit out of Manel Cap. It's not Risen anymore, bro. It's not Risen anymore. Manel Cap is gonna absolutely destroy Kyoji Horiguchi this time. I promise you guys that. I promise you Manel Cap's gonna win. And he's gonna get a title shot. And he's probably gonna beat Joshua Van as well, as heartbreaking as that is to say. But actually, no, I think Joshua Van's even a really bad matchup for Tatsuro Taira. Even though I'm picking Taira to beat him, I think if Joshua Van makes it past round 2 and 3, just not even round 3, round 2, not even gonna lie, bro, Tatsuro Taira is fucked if the fight goes that long. Because Joshua Van's cardio is really good. We saw Tatsuro Taira gas out and was a low-key, pretty fucking close to getting finished by Royval. And speaking about Royval, have we forgotten what Joshua Van did to Brandon Royval, who was actually on a good run? You know, not the one Manel Cap just fucking beat, but fucking Brandon Royval, who beat Brandon Moreno and Tatsuro Taira. And Joshua Van stepped in on short notice to fight him and fucking beat him. bro, Joshua Van is fucking good. And he's still like, what, 24? Bro, he's still got ways to go, bro. I promise you guys, Joshua Van's gonna prove you guys wrong. I fucking promise you guys. I think Tyra's gonna beat him, but that's only because Tyra's such a bad matchup for him stylistically. But I think Joshua Van is gonna fucking like look really good in that fight. And I think he'd give like I genuinely think he would give Pantoja a hard fight. I said I was picking Pantoja, but I think decision or sub, I can't remember. It's actually been a while now since that fight happened, but I swear, bro, Joshua Van would have had a war with Pantoja. Like, bro, those like 20 seconds of the fight, Joshua Van was already slipping and ripping, bro. So yeah, I think Joshua Van, this is my take, I think he's the most underrated flyweight right now. Another guy I was considering putting here was, even though I like despise the cunt, was Asuma Baya, because I think he is pretty good. But yeah, I think Joshua Van is the most underrated flyweight. Let's talk about the Bantamweight division. Sean O'Malley. Yeah, I know, that sounds crazy, but just hear me out, alright? Just hear me out. Sean O'Malley in the Bantamweight division is the only guy that could beat Peter Yan stylistically, because in my opinion he's the best striker in the division. His cardio's improved since the first fight with Peter Yan. I personally thought he beat Peter Yan in that first fight. His cardio's improved, his wrestling's improved. Like, we saw that in the second Marab fight. He was actually stuffing a lot of Marab's takedowns. I don't know what the fuck happened in round 3. I'll be real, I don't know what happened. Like, I genuinely, like, bro, how did he get finished by Marab in the second fight? I mean, he looked so much better in that fight. I don't get it, but like, he just put a masterclass on Song Yadong. Was low-key dismantling him on the feet. Like, bro, especially round 3, man. Round 3, he was starting to school Song in that fight. But like, here's like why I would lean towards Peter Yan to beat him again. Well, not again, fuck. Like, to beat him like this time. It's because O'Malley, even though like his grappling has improved, he's still getting taken down by the likes of Song and stuff. But I still think he's Peter Yan's hardest matchup in the division, even over Marab. I think stylistically, I think Umar is Peter Yan's easiest matchup in the division. Because like, realistically, what the fuck is Umar gonna do against Peter Yan? Marab's got the cardio, Sean's got the striking. What does Umar have? The grappling? No, bro, no. And you can't even say that anymore because Peter Yan just out-grappled Marab in their last fight. So Umar's low-key kind of fucked against Peter Yan if they fought each other. But I think Sean O'Malley, since he's like a much better striker than like Umar, I think he would genuinely give Yan a very hard fight. I could low-key see it going to like, I think it'll be like a 48-47 Peter Yan win, where O'Malley wins round 1 and 2 and Yan just barely wins round 3, 4, and 5. But yeah, I think O'Malley's really underrated because no one's actually like talking about him aside from the fucking like White House fight against Ayman Zahabi, which like even in my last video I said he would destroy Ayman Zahabi. He's gonna destroy Ayman Zahabi. Zahabi's not that good. But yeah, I think it's because like people were mad he didn't fight Corey Sandhagen or some shit, which I agree, bro. That's fucking bullshit. But yeah, what can you do, bro? Like, what can you do? But I do think O'Malley is the most underrated guy. And also, in my opinion, if him and Corey Sandhagen did fight, Corey's getting fucking slept, bro. Think about it, bro. Marab fucking dropped Corey Sandhagen in round 2 and almost finished him. I'm literally making the I Show Speed face right now, but bro, Sean O'Malley's going to put you out cold. Like, that's just the way it is, bro. I'm just saying it, bro. Sean O'Malley would genuinely starch Corey Sandhagen, and there's no other way to go about it. If anything, I think Corey Sandhagen versus Payton Talbot needs to happen. You know what's funny? I've been making that fight for so long now, but or like, fucking, it should have been him versus Zahabi, honestly. Like, Sandhagen versus Zahabi. I don't know why they're doing Sean O'Malley versus Zahabi, but yeah, it is what it is. I think Sean O'Malley's going to destroy Ayman Zahabi, and he's going to get a free title shot off there. But we all want Sean O'Malley versus like like a fucking Corey Sandhagen or an Umar. Actually, no, I'll be real. I think Umar would finish Sean O'Malley, but that still doesn't change my opinion on Sean, that he's underrated as fuck. Another guy I was considering putting here was low-key, Hayden Talbot, but the more I think about it, I think Talbot would lose to guys like Song Yadong and stuff. But yeah, let's talk about the Featherweight division. This one's a bit of a shocker, and he's actually fighting this week. Youssef Zalal. Listen, bro. I told you guys he was going to destroy Josh Emmett. I feel like a contrarian every time I say something good about Youssef Zalal, just because of how, like, unanimously hated this guy is. I'm not even, like, kidding, bro. I get it, bro. The fucking, like, Calvin Kattar fight, he was running away in round 3. Okay, who gives a fuck? Like, genuinely, who gives a fuck, bro? I think, Calvin Kattar, he's washed, and, like, I get it that Youssef Zalal was, like, but if you guys think about it, in that fight, not even think about it, if you guys look at it, he was schooling the shit out of Calvin Kattar that entire fight. Like, he was fucking destroying the cunt. And then, like, just decided to cruise round 3, but I promise he's not gonna make that same mistake again. And I promise he's gonna beat fucking Aljo. I mean that with all my heart. Like, seriously, bro, like, nobody is actually talking about how bad he beat Josh Emmett. Like, but yeah, we all fucking give credit to Kevin Vallejos for finishing him in a round. What about Youssef Zalal, man? Youssef Zalal literally subbed Josh Emmett in like a minute 30 seconds. I swear, bro, it wasn't even fucking competitive. He just fucking destroyed Josh Emmett. And also, if he even striked with Josh Emmett, he'd probably finish the gun. I'll be fucking real. Like, he's so fucking... I think this is gonna be too fast for Aljamain Sterling this week. I think Aljo's slowly, like... I think he's slightly declined now. Like, in that fight against Ortega, round 5 was super hairy. Even though I thought Aljo, like, clearly won round 5, it was getting really hairy towards that round, but... I think Youssef Zalal is, like, not leagues better, but I think he's a good deal better than Brian Ortega. And also, like, this guy... yeah, he didn't get finished by Ilya, but if you think about it, who's actually finished Youssef Zalal? That's what I mean. I don't want to, like, talk about Ilya, because that was, like, 6 years ago these two fuckers fought each other, and Ilya was making his MMA debut. I'll be real, Ilya would probably just knock him out, but I think, if you look at it, like, against everyone in the top 5, I think Movza Evloev, I think Youssef Zalal goes to 48-47 with him. I think Zalal would low-key beat Lerone Murphy. Diego Lopez, I think he'll give Diego Lopez a hard fight too. I think Diego Lopez, I think Diego would win by decision against Youssef Zalal. I think it would be a hard fight. I think he'd give Gene Silva a hard fight. I think he could probably beat Arnold Allen at this point, but yeah, I think Youssef Zalal is incredibly underrated. I think there's a really good chance he's gonna finish Aljamain Sterling. I think there's a really good chance. I think he's gonna mop the octagon with Aljo's head, bro. I think he's gonna lose round 1, and then it's just gonna be Zalal's fight up to that point. So yeah, I think Youssef Zalal is the most underrated featherweight. Like, genuinely, bro, like, wait, like, aside from that fucking Calvin Kattar fight, this guy's looked like a beast in every other fight. You know what I mean? Like, fucking hell. Let's talk about the lightweight division. I do not like this guy, but I just have to say it as it is. Paddy Pimblett is the most underrated lightweight. Fuck Paddy, bro. Genuinely fuck Paddy. I don't like this guy, but I just have to give him credit where it's due. He won a round against Justin Gaethje striking only. Like, he literally won round 3 against Justin Gaethje, bro. Yeah, he got fucking dropped like 1,000 times, but he won round 3 against Justin Gaethje. And, bro, Paddy in that fight looked fucking good. His chin is actually insane in that fight. Like, I genuinely thought he was actually about to get coded in round 1, but fuck, bro, Paddy has other plans, bro. His chin is fucking insane, and, like, his jiu-jitsu is obviously really fucking good, but, bro, now, like, before, like, I used to say that Paddy wasn't that good because he wasn't proven. Like, he was beating guys like Michael Chandler, bro. Michael Chandler and fucking Bobby Green. Like, obviously I wasn't gonna fucking rate him highly, but after seeing that Gaethje fight, he's actually really good. He's actually pretty fucking good. I think if he, like, I know he's fighting in June International Fight Week. I don't know who he's gonna be fighting against, but I have a feeling he might be fighting against Benoit Saint Denis, and if he is fighting Benoit, I promise you guys, Paddy Pimblett's gonna smoke Benoit Saint Denis. Benoit is shit in the striking. He's a better grappler than Pimblett, I'll be real. I think on the ground he's a better grappler than Paddy, but okay, obviously, what the fuck did I just say? On the ground he's a better grappler? The fuck? Why did I say that, bro? No, but like, he's a better grappler than Paddy, I think we can all agree, but it's not that far off. Like, Paddy also destroyed Michael Chandler on the ground. But I think it's the striking to why I think Paddy's gonna beat Benoit. I think he's on a 50-45 Benoit Saint Denis. And also because, bro, Benoit, the reason he even beat Dan Hooker was because Dan Hooker shot a takedown. I promise you guys, if Dan didn't shoot, he would have won the fight. Also, I think he'd smoke Dan Hooker as well, just due to Dan's fight IQ. And he's honestly a better striker than Dan Hooker right now as well. So yeah, I think Paddy's the most underrated lightweight. But with that being said, I think he still gets destroyed by everyone in the top 5. I think fucking Charles Oliveira destroys him. I think Max Holloway destroys him. I think fucking Gaethje beats him in a rematch. I think Ilya fucking smokes him. Look, I still think Paddy's like good though. I still think he's really good. Let's talk about the welterweight division now. Seriously, where did this hate come from? Where did this come from, bro? Like, yeah, he got 50-45 by the GOAT of the fucking sport. Bro, JDM is so fucking underrated. I'm genuinely seeing shit about people picking Carlos Prates to beat JDM, bro. What the fuck are we talking about, guys? What are we talking about? Bro, JDM is gonna fucking... I think he's gonna piece Carlos Prates up, bro. I think we gotta put some respect on Jack's name. I think he's easily the best boxer in the division, bro. Carlos Prates, I think the boxing difference is genuine levels. I think there's levels difference in the boxing. And, I think the speed is like literally the only thing Jack has to worry about in that fight. Like, if you think about it, the only way Jack loses to Carlos Prates is if he gets fluked with like a left hand or some shit. Like, it's not gonna be a skill issue, bro. It's not. I promise you, bro. Yeah, like, he lost to Islam. Why does that mean he's gonna lose to Carlos Prates, bro? I guarantee you guys, if he was coming off that Bilal performance and he used to be fighting Prates, everyone will be picking JDM. I fucking... Oh god, hold on. I had to burp, but what's it? I promise you guys, everyone will be picking JDM to beat Carlos Prates. Even stylistically, bro, he's an insane boxer, bro. He's a fucking... Like, bro, if you rewatch that Leon Edwards fight, Carlos Prates was getting outboxed by Leon Edwards in round 1. I promise you guys, if you rewatch it, he was getting outboxed by Leon. I literally think the only advantage Prates has against JDM is the kicks and the speed. But other than that, I think Jack is gonna beat the shit out of Carlos Prates and might even finish him. I don't think he's gonna finish him. I think, like, one thing that's overrated about JDM is his power, but other than that, I think he's too skilled for Prates. And I think he's still the second best welterweight. I think he'd beat Ian Gary, bro. I genuinely think that, bro. Is that so crazy? I think he genuinely beat Ian Gary. But yeah, let's talk about the middleweight division. Nassourdine Imavov, I think he's always going to be the most underrated middleweight, bro. This guy straight up schooled Caio Borralho, and Caio Borralho in his last fight looked insane. Against Rainier Derrida. Bro, like, in that fight against Rainier Derrida, Caio low-key looked like someone that could compete for the belt at some point. And like a fight prior, Nasty Mob just shuts him down for 5 rounds. I thought it was 49-46. Some say 50-45. Some say 48-47. But what is certain is that Nasty Mob did win and did beat Caio in the fight. And in that fight, bro, he looked fast as... In my opinion, that was a more impressive performance against Caio than like the one he had against Izzy, where he just like where he lost round 1 and I poked him, then knocked him out in round 2. Like, this was genuine schooling from Imavov, and low-key, I could low-key see Imavov being the guy to fluke Khamzat Chimaev just due to his like speed and accuracy on the feet. Like, obviously if he gets taken down, he's fucked. there's not like, it's obvious, like he's fucked if he gets taken down, but like he's actually like really good on the ground. That's why. Would I say no? I don't think he's that good on the ground. I don't know why the fuck I just said that. He did get almost subbed by Brendan Allen, and that's why I'm worried about him if he fought Khamzat Chimaev. But I'll be real, I would low-key root for Imavov. Bro, Khamzat's range sucks, but yeah, I think I could low-key see him getting, like, Khamzat getting fluked by Imavov just due to the speed. But yeah, I think Imavov, like, and I think another reason why he's so underrated, because in my opinion, I think he's the best striker in middleweight. I think, honestly, he would beat Sean Strickland in a rematch. Call me fucking crazy, I genuinely think he would beat Strickland in a rematch. I think he would, I think he beats Kaio in a rematch. I think the only guys in middleweight that could beat, that would beat Imavov, in my opinion, are Khamzat and Drikas. That's because Drikas, like, he's really good on the ground, has a really good chin, and his striking is really good as well. And Khamzat because, bro, he's just gonna sub you in a minute. Let's talk about the light heavyweight division. The most underrated guy. Now, yeah, it's Magomed Ankalaev, but he, you know what's funny? I did a little bit of this video. I didn't get to finish it, but it was actually gonna be Carlos Ulberg here before the Yuri fight. This video was supposed to come out before UFC 327, and here was supposed to be Carlos Ulberg. I swear to God. Like, no cap on God, bro. No cap on God, bro. But seriously, bro, I swear it was going to be Carlos Ulberg here. But as you guys know, I was on a trip, so I couldn't make any videos during that time. But I swear it was going to be Carlos Ulberg. But yeah, it's Magomed Ankalaev. I think stylistically he could actually beat Carlos Ulberg because, first off, he's the only guy to beat Pereira in light heavyweight. And he looked really good in that fight. Obviously, in the rematch, Pereira just fucking destroyed him. Like, I don't even know what the hell happened. He just randomly locked in and just destroyed Magomed. But that's Alex, bro. I think if Alex fought Ulberg, he beat him pretty easily as well. I think the reason Ankalaev can actually win is because, number one, he has good fight IQ. He's not a dumbass like Yuri. Number two, he has really good boxing. Arguable, like, best boxer in the division, maybe, I don't know. Like, and number three, he's fast as fuck. He's really fast, and his defense is really good. I think the only thing I'd be worried about if Magomed were to fight Carlos Ulberg is the low kicks, because, you know, the whole CKB shit with, like, Ulberg and low kicks and stuff like that. Also, is he, like, apparently he's beefing with Izzy, bro. That's fucking hilarious, but, nah, the low kicks is why I think, like, is what I would be really worried about. But I think Ankalaev could also, like, there's a good chance he could take Ulberg down as well. Alex stuffed all his takedowns, but how do we know Ulberg is a better defensive grappler than Alex? There's no way to prove that, genuinely. There's actually no way to fucking prove that shit. Alex, defended takedowns from Blachowicz multiple times. Defended, like, every takedown from Ankalaev ever. And Ankalaev was able to take down Blachowicz and beat him up on the ground. So, Ulberg, like, he shot a takedown Blachowicz, but he really gives a fuck. I think Ulberg could actually get taken out and beaten up. And, I think even, like, I think the speed, like I was talking about it before, I think he'd be the fastest guy Ulberg would be fighting. I think Ankalaev is way faster than Yuri on the feet. I think Ankalaev's counter-punching game is really good as well. Like, Ulberg was throwing that left hook fucking, like, he was throwing the naked left hook. If he does that against Ankalaev, he's gonna get chinned. I genuinely think if he does that against Ankalaev, he will get chinned. But that was also because of his fucking, like, knee. Like, he was already fucked at that point, but yeah, man, fuck, Yuri's a moron, isn't he? Why did Yuri fucking fumble such an easy win? But yeah, I think Magomed is the most underrated guy in the division. Another guy I was considering putting here was low-key Paulo Costa, because he just destroyed Mexicano. Just absolutely destroyed him, bro. Completely made that look easy. But yeah, I think Magomed is the most underrated light heavyweight, which finally brings me to the heavyweight division. Alexander Volkov, in my opinion, is the most underrated heavyweight. I think if you're like, other than Tom Aspinall and Pereira and Cyril Gane, I think Volkov is right. I think they're all in a similar level. Okay, maybe not like Alex and Aspinall, but I think Volkov is like in a similar level to Gane. Like, bro, make it make sense. How does Volkov get destroyed so easily by Tom Aspinall? I do not get it. But I do think Volkov is like, you know, underrated because nobody's really talking about him. Like, he had that fight with Almeida, which some people call a robbery. It was not a robbery. And this is coming from a guy who picked Jailton Almeida. That shit was not a fucking robbery. Shut the fuck up. Like, Volkov out-grappled Almeida in the first round. And that is just a fact. He is, in my opinion, is like, other than Aspinall, the most well-rounded heavyweight right now. Like, I think you guys are going to be shocked how easy he's going to make it look against Waldo. Look, Waldo has all this hype. I promise you, Volkov is going to beat him. Like, he got robbed by Cyril Gane, bro. But, like, I'll be real. I think, like, that Gane might have genuinely been injured just because of how good he looked in that Aspinall fight alone. But, yeah, that is it for the video. Yeah, fucking... I basically just told you guys my pick for this week's card. I don't know if I have to make a video on it or not, but yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Helix MMA signing off. Have a good one.